I have some very bad news. In a previous video, I upcycled an old thrifted frame into two new pieces of artwork, Freedom and Meditate. While Meditate is doing just fine, Freedom is not. This painting, the one that has given me millions of problems, warpage, wonky perspective issues, to getting super warped again after varnishing it.
Hey, this painting is still pretty warped and I should bend it in a way that's unnatural.
Has entered its final form of driving me insane. It broke in half. And yeah, I'm pretty upset about it. That was hours and hours of my time and my energy that have inexplicably been flushed down the toilet in seconds. Instead of wallowing in my self-pity, I saw this as an opportunity to make a new piece of art that will fit into this frame, using materials I already have lying around, like this cheap particle board that has been haunting my woodpile in my garage for years. So in the same vein of upcycling old items, I'm going to take this dusty wooden board and turn it into gorgeous art. Let's go. First order of business, I needed to cut this board to fit the shape of this white frame. With a few measurements, cuts with my utility knife, and sanding, this piece fit perfectly. Since this is a naked board, we need to fortify it with some of my homemade bootleg gesso, which will prime the surface to grab onto paint and keep the colors looking snazzy. I was pretty worried this board was going to warp just like its predecessor, so I laid it flat and left it overnight.
I'll be back.
Nice and flat.
Huzzah! So here we are.
Again, I keep going back and forth about how it is I want to approach this painting. Do I want to do the exact same thing I did with the other painting with all the pages and all the paper mache collaging? Then I feel like I'm just not trying anything new. Maybe I can try doing like a little bit of collage with a little bit of texture and just kind of see what happens. In my last video, I tried to take this canvas, sand it down, but ended up blasting a big hole in it. I think I want to try using it in the collage piece. Cut some of this out, put it on here, really truly embrace the essence of upcycling. Better get the knife. This one stands out to me a lot. I'm not sure where it's gonna go. I'm just gonna put it down where I think it speaks to me the most. Put some modeling paste on there, smooth out the edges, and we're gonna keep experimenting. This is looking kind of good. Actually surprised, things are going well. It's really bumpy and it's got a lot of different textures. I'm like debating whether I want to give it a little bit of a sand or not. Maybe just a little sand. Just a little bit. Just a little. Now that I got all this stuff down, we're gonna just start adding color, some paint, and see where it takes us. The first thing I like to do is stain my surface, starting with my lighter colors, and slowly add darker color drips throughout. I have no rhyme or reason here. I literally just let my brush fly and take me where it wants to go. And it's probably my favorite, most freeing part in the process. Next comes my random scribbles with acrylic markers. Again, I really don't have a plan of what I want to do just yet. I just choose my colors, pop open the cap, and let my imagination run wild. I like doing a lot of loop-de-loops, a lot of random squiggles and wiggles, basically anything that just tickles my fancy at that moment. I'm really feeling good about this painting. I've come up with a source. We're just gonna start to sketch, do some drawing, see what unfolds onto the canvas. And it's gonna be a little different because I added some flowers in there too. I don't really have much experience painting flowers. I'm always down for the challenge. Here goes nothing. It's blocking time, baby. This is where I block in my lady's face with gorgeous color values to really help her emerge from the chaotic background that she's born into. I've started to really resonate with this process and style of artwork, especially with embracing beauty in the messy, unexpected turns of life. There is peace in knowing that uncertainty is absolutely necessary for us to exist and to thrive, to push ourselves to be better people, to forge better relationships, not just with others, but with ourselves. Because really, without the challenge, one's purpose doesn't truly see its full potential. Just a thought. When I was coming up with ideas on what to put here, I kept leaning towards flowers, the ones that look extra bushy like a rose or chrysanthemum. I apologize to all my flower lovers out there for me butchering any descriptors for these beautiful plants. I am a cave woman with this stuff. Despite my ignorance on plant species, these flowers represent untethered female independence, flourishing in a world that seeks to constrain with its expectations and rules. Its blue petals are an interesting choice. Blue roses actually do not exist in the real world, but I see it as an attempt to breathe hope while we strive for the infinite and unreachable. As Don Quixote would say, to dream the impossible dream, to shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. It's when we believe in our potential that we can truly blossom.
It's missing something.
I love this, loving this. This part here, a little pop of just something a little more textural, and I think we'll get it.
Sup. She is finished and she is looking refined. I am very pleased with how this turned out. I think I'm going to be exploring this technique of collaging more often because this color combo, just like the textures and just how like imperfectly lovely it is, I'm beyond happy for this piece. So what do you guys think of this particular upcycle project that we've done here? Is it better, worse, on par with the previous broken painting that we had originally? Comment below, let me know. I always love to hear from you. And if you want to go on another cool painting adventure with me, be sure to click on this video right over here. See ya.